Merry Christmas, indie game fans. It's the holidays and I hope you're having a good break, maybe with family, maybe with friends, or maybe just catching up on some of the best games of 2023, with new releases being in a weird spot for the next 2 weeks or so, since developers don't want to be fixing bugs during this period, and new releases would be competing with the Steam sale, but the gift that is Steam keeps on giving, with new games such as Snowbreak Containment Zone, a third-person shooter with plenty of physics, and while it looks awesome, it is a free-to-play title with microtransactions, so watch out. I covered the Exit 8 a couple of weeks ago, and it's surprising how quickly clones are beginning to pop up, in which Station 5 is a similar kind of creepy, liminal space horror game in which you're trapped in an underground subway station and have to take the correct train to get to Station 5, which is where the exit is at. Like the other game, it is about finding minute differences or anomalies in the environment, and sure seems creepy, but I do hope that this has some of its own ideas. Here's an interesting looking game that I suppose can be considered a student project, in which Satori was made as part of a master's program from the Barcelona School of Management, being a Japanese-themed hack-and-slash title that looks neat. The art style has a little bit of cel shading to it, along with flashy animations and decent looking action, where the interesting thing about student projects on Steam is that they are all free, so why not give it a go? I really don't like the way that this trailer is cut, but again, I'm not really the target audience as well, since horror games are not usually my thing, but what does seem promising is a spider to a fly. This is a throwback to the point-and-click horror games of the 90s, with my mind bringing me to Alone in the Dark and I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, with the plot in this game centered around a man looking for his missing son while dealing with his inner demons and looks creepy. Hey, if you made it this far, subscribe to my weekly newsletter to keep on top of all things indie games, link in the description below. Here's a title that I was not expecting this week and might just be a placeholder date, since Cross Impact is scheduled for the 30th of December, which is a Saturday, in which the developer might just have chosen one of the last dates of 2023 and forgot to change it, but anyway, this is the latest indie crossover platform fighter that surprisingly has some big names that are not the usual ones. For example, it features characters from Ultra Kill, Hotline Miami, Pizza Tower, Your Only Move is Hustle, Indie Pogo, Y2K, Athenian Rhapsody and more, so it's not a random game. However, I've seen my fair share of these with the quality of the guest characters not really having any consequential impact on how good the game is, still depending on the main developer, but I love titles like this, so I have to give it a mention. All she wants for Christmas is you. Hold up, that's not how the song goes, in which this game is actually a first-person horror title similar to Alien Isolation, in which you're attempting to hide from the Christmas demon and try to survive. Interestingly, there are two unique levels in the house and the school, with the first map alone having 12 different endings, in which you can dispatch of her in a number of ways, including lowering the air conditioning so that she freezes, or to use fire to purge the demon. And while not quite Home Alone in how creative and zany the traps will be, seems like a heart-thumping experience. Let me read the first paragraph in the description of this game to you. Hypersomnia is a hardcore arena mixing esports with pixely nostalgia. Every match will be unforgiving, every duel a psychological battle. Now, I'm not trying to be mean here, but I don't think that sticking esports into your game will make it one, where this top-down PvP shooter with both 1v1 mode as well as clan fights has elements like Line of Sight and Fog of War, which I think looks okay and is free and open source, but the main concern will be player population, so I wish them all the best. Again, this is a weirdly cut together trailer for a horror visual novel in which Welcome to the Karoshi Club is a self-described Japanese horror business punk title, so I have no idea what that means, but it is about a laid-off game developer interviewing for a new sales position and the associated emotions and trauma that come with the job hunting process, coming to us by game developers who were laid off this year, so it's nice to see them try to get back on their feet. It's been a wild year for indie games, so thank you so much for watching. More indie game coverage to come from me in 2024, and I hope to have you along for the ride as well, with a look at the best indie games of 2023 in this video.